It's your boy ConserViz34 and Happy New Year, folks. There is finally content to speak about, and this new content is SiriusXM Radio. It's Dave Matthews Band radio channel. Premiered a show from 1996 yesterday that had never before been widely circulated from tapers or from recorders of any kind. This show was on December 27th, 1996 in North Charleston, South Carolina at the North Charleston Coliseum. And this past Friday, yesterday, the 22nd of January, they allowed it to be streamed on the SiriusXM app and through the airwaves for the SiriusXM radio devices in cars and in other places outside of the app. And boy, was this a treat. And I was pleasantly surprised at some of the stuff in this show. And I'm grateful that Ari and the management and SiriusXM team and everyone that works with this channel and growing this channel allowed us to have this experience. Now, this show ultimately displays what I love about 1996 and the mid-90s as someone who didn't get to experience the live shows, which is less is more. Folks, this show, runtime of actual music played 1 hour, 55 minutes, under 2 hours. Shout out to the folks at DMB Almanac who were recording the times of these songs as the show was going. I kept refreshing throughout the show, and you got the updates as they were tracking them down. 1 hour and 55 minutes of music in 45 seconds. That is a pretty short show compared to how long they play nowadays. And none of the songs were over 12 minutes long. So you think about a typical situation rang in at 11 minutes and 10 seconds. A Lie in Our Graves was under 9 minutes. Two-Step, under 8 minutes, right? And this is something that I love about this era because I do like the jams of current DMB, right? But sometimes they go too long. We don't always need a 20-minute or 18-minute two-step. We don't need a 41 to be 12, 13, 14 minutes. It can be great at 9 minutes and 3 seconds, as it was for this show. So I love how this show really displays how less is more. You get great solos, right? Roy does on 41, goes from flute to sax to solo out to that, and in that song out, and then Dave does his little acoustic jam, and then Roy comes back on the flute for Say Goodbye. And the first 5 songs are just punch after punch after punch. You start off with two-step, which, doesn't start off shows that often. I think of Busch Stadium. And, back in the day, sometimes you would get it more because there were less songs, but not a common opener. And they start off with two-step, and it punches you. Then but after that, you get Nancy's. Then you get a 41 to Say Goodbye. Then you get a Trippin' Billy's. So you have some of these songs like Billy's and two-step that typically close out shows nowadays. You get them at the beginning, a unique twist for fans who were there that night, right? To get these songs early into the set. And another cool moment, Lie in Our Graves. We have Dave stop, as he always does in the middle of the jam. But he talks about donating to Greenpeace and the little containers outside of the, in the concession areas as you enter or exit the arena. You can donate to Greenpeace. And he talks about if you give $1 to Greenpeace, but you're committing adultery, you're drinking, you're smoking, that'll get you into heaven to donate to this awesome organization. He tells this joke after stopping the music and then proceeds with the rest of Lie in Our Graves. The outro or closing part of Lie in Our Graves really comes after that. That was a kind of a cool moment there. Pretty unique thing to experience. And Let You Down is probably the most special moment of this show just because it's a rare song, right? It's hardly played. And even, in this year, 96, it was hardly played, right? 97 being the most frequently played year of Let You Down. And this was a cool one. And what I like about this Let You Down is it's something that this current band just can't do. And it's actually called playing down dynamics, right? So Carter has an awesome little, rhythm going in the background that comes in to complement Dave's guitar. You can hear Stefan's bass because guess what? You don't have Tim Reynolds playing over. You don't have Rashawn playing over him. And they all match the level they need to be at to complement Dave. And what you get is the acoustic strumming of Dave with the acoustic parts of a prime Carter Beauford. You get this awesome feeling of what made this era of the band great, which is this acoustic, percussive nirvana that is just an awesome feeling in your ears, in your heart, in your soul. And it was such a beautiful moment in the show that you don't get from a 2021, well, if they play, but the 2020 shows, the 2019, 18, and so on, this rock band that this band has become, you don't get these special moments outside of the DMB 2 sets years. And even when they played Let You Down, in those years, it was just Dave's solo. Because this band doesn't know how to play soft anymore. Or they do, they just don't want it, right? And I love how it gets down, and you get these acoustic vibes, the strumming, all the notes just stretched out beautifully. And it was just an awesome thing that Let You Down to me was the special part of the show to say, if I could pull one thing from this show that makes it unique and special, it's that Let You Down moment. And was that a treat to hear that. And the closer, some people saw this and like, satellite closer, are you kidding me? What? Why would you want to? What I'll say is this, is that satellite, it's only been in the encore 22 times. Dave and Tim and full band, Dave, so all the stuff, it's only been in the encore 22 times. They've played it over 1,000 times. We don't know every show set list, so it's just over 1,000 times it's been played, and only 22 times in the encore, and even to be the closer in the encore is even rarer. So satellite closing it, yeah, it is a bathroom break song nowadays, but there's no Tim Reynolds playing those annoying parts that he plays on electric guitar. I'm sorry, they're annoying. They take away from Dave's beautiful playing. You have everything softly draped under, and it's a good song. You hear Stefan's bass. So I'm not mad about satellite closing it. That is the only bathroom break song that I see in the set list, which is that just goes to show you how good this show was. That is the only song I would consider going to the bathroom on for this entire set. Period. That's how great this show is, and that's how great it was in this era when I listen back, that every song is a banger, right? So before that too, before we get to that satellite, you have an encore that starts with Christmas Song and a Deed Is Done tease. And that was a cool little thing to, we had this set list, but the Deed Is Done tease was added by the Almanac after listening through because we didn't have recordings, remember? So, and people who are there, how are you going to remember that? This may have been 15, 20 years ago. Do you remember that doodle? They weren't tracking set lists like that in 96. So it was cool to get that little surprise. Oh, Deed Is Done. No, I had the set list and I didn't even see it until it was played. So it's a cool little surprise. But overall, this was a great show. And to me, the sound of the band was better just because less is more. You hear Stefan, you enjoy Boyd, you hear Carter in his amazing drumming, and then you have Dave's guitar. Only knock is Dave's guitar, before you get to about 99, 2000, you have a little bit of a kind of a treble heavy, not fuller sounding complete guitar, but still it sounded great. That's the only real knock on Dave. His guitar wasn't, it got tweaked up in the late 90s, 99, 2000, 2000 to 2004 was the best you're going to hear Dave's guitar, period. That was the best blend of his guitar. So, that's the only other knock, but this was a heck of a show. Thank you, Ari, again. Thank you, SiriusXM. Thank you, the DMB management and the band for allowing us to experience this. This is why I have DMB radio, for moments like this. I don't listen to it every second of the day because I love my Grateful Dead radio, my classic vinyls, and my Hip Hop Nation, and my Shade 45, and my alt R&B. I love SiriusXM beyond that. But I love moments like this where I can sit down on a Friday night, during a quarantine and have a special event. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy, Conserviz34. Peace.